Hi, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Talking Table podcast, where any topic is on the table. Today, I'm joined by Sante and Jackie, and we'll be talking about our future plans and careers. So, personally, I'm pretty concerned about my future, so I want to know what you guys think about yours. Well, I guess like when you think about the future, it's usually like you want to do makes you happy, right? So, what makes you guys happy?
Happiness.
Oh,
Happiness makes me
That's true.
happy.
Okay, but like the causes of happiness, I get happiness from helping people.
hmm
So that's why I'm leaning towards medicine.
that's pretty good.
I
Something what
get
about you?
happiness. I actually don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's like an RNG thing. Like there's like a dice in my head. If it rolls a 6,
Oh my.
I'm happy.
Interesting.
Is that how you're gonna
I s-
determine what you're gonna do for the rest of your life?
Yes, I'll carry a set of die with me. No, I swear
Interesting.
I'm not bipolar. I swear I'm not trigger happy either.
Okay. Okay, well, I don't really like, helping people makes me happy, but like personally, it's more like a subject, I guess. Like I enjoy certain subjects more than others, and I guess I really enjoy science and maybe specifically chemistry and physics. So I'm considering to be an engineer in the future, like the engineering pathway at least.
She's gonna be making my house one day.
Perhaps.
Engineering. Well,
Mhm.
I guess different people find different things interesting. I personally cannot do engineering because personally I cannot do physics. And also, in my opinion, engineering is just putting pipes together. I
Okay.
don't
Calm
see how
down.
meaningful that is.
Okay,
Like every
so is it kind of like you want to be something bigger than yourself, I guess, if that makes sense?
bigger than myself. Are you saying
I'm
that
not
I
sure how to
can't
say it.
achieve my? I'm joking.
No,
No,
I
but
don't
like
know,
the thing
because you
is,
make it sound like my job is like a really small thing. Like
no,
not in a
it's
bad way, but
not.
like it's
It's
like
not a small
no,
thing.
no, it's something, but like a small. It's like not as significant as
No, I don't
the
find it
medicine
meaningful.
field.
It has nothing to do with significance. It has more to do with the meaning. Exactly,
That's what
exactly.
I said.
Every time
Well,
I
like
see,
okay,
no, when I think of engineer, I think of Mario, right? Mario,
yo, God.
Mario and pizza.
Okay,
Like,
but like, don't people like they choose what they want to do based on their interests because like they're interested in doing a certain job for the rest of their life? So I mean, if they're choosing something that affects the society, but they don't like doing for the rest of their life, then I don't know. I just don't really see a point of them actually doing it. So I guess like we just have different interests, and it's better to just follow them.
hmm
well said.
So yeah.
Wait, so something you don't know what you want to do in the future, or
At the moment, I've locked on to the med path, but I don't know how successful that would be. I just had my first math test of the semester, and like, yeah, I'm questioning my life right now.
So I'm saying, what's the powerhouse of the cell?
bruh.
You better answer this.
Biology was half a semester ago, so like at this point, I might say something like race car. It's not mitochondria. I know that for sure.
Oh,
Okay.
I guess that says something about your qualifications.
uh, okay, so I guess like another thing that we consider is like our family, like I guess like pressure, I guess like how like usually like in a I don't know if this sounds wrong, but like in the Chinese culture, our parents usually want us to go into like specific fields, right?
Mhm.
So like Jackie, in your case, like the medicine field, that's like a pathway that usually like parents want their kids to go into. So would you say like maybe you were influenced by your parents in
No,
some
no,
way?
no. My parents, they have no influence on what I wanted to do. In fact, they were actually influencing against becoming a doctor. They're like, okay, being a doctor is actually bad because you have to do all this medical school and stuff. So like, I recommend you not be a doctor. So they're actually going against the stereotype. So like, yeah, it's just a stereotype. Doesn't mean that it actually has to affect you. Because like for me, like my decision, my career, it's all just personally based and based on my interests.
That's pretty good actually. Like
Very
that's actually yeah.
interesting.
What do
My
you?
parents, my parents are also like the kind do whatever you want. But the
Yeah.
interesting thing is, yeah, it's like It was like, okay, should I go into my lineage? Okay, no. Things like my father's generation, everyone became a businessman, and he was the one person who stuck out. And then
Oh
now
yeah.
he's like, maybe you should consider being like your uncles. They're doing pretty well. Like, but I'm like, no, I'll be like you. I'll go into med or something. Like, I'll try my hands in med. Hopefully, I'll be successful. So like, yeah, I don't know. My genetics might not be fit for med, but I guess because I want to try med, I'm gonna go for med.
Pretty concerning that you don't know what the powerhouse of the cell is, but okay, I'm not going to
It's
judge you.
not the mitochondria, I swear.
Anything but that.
Anything but the mitochondria.
Okay.
Wait, Amy, how about you? Like, are you personally choosing to become an architect, or are you forced to do it?
It's pretty
Okay, I'm
personal.
definitely not forced to do it, but my parents do have like expectations, you know? Like I can't just I don't know. I can't just like I don't know, start up my own life and like be a farmer or something, you know? Like they definitely want me to like go to they did mention that they want me to go to university, like a good one, like 100%, like like there's no other option. So I want to, so it's fine. So like yeah,
Mm.
but like choosing to go into the engineering field has nothing to do with their opinions.
I feel like the what's it called, like the study hard academics thing in the Chinese culture, isn't that because we have such a long history of academics elevating people of the lower class? Because then like the
Sure.
emperor, like every year he would hold like an exam or something, and if you do well, you would get like elevated into the court or something. You would at least be a eunuch,
And
and it's like
they still do
anyone could
this
take it.
actually. They still do
Well,
this
no,
actually.
they
Oh
have a
really?
strange equivalent. No, the Gall call is like it's a rundown version of that.
Huh.
No, it used to be much more powerful. Like, you could be a peasant farmer boy from like some unknown city, and if you score like a perfect score, like you'll do another exam and another one. But eventually, if you do well enough, you could become like one of the eunuchs or something like that.
Okay, I actually didn't know that. Like, I just thought, I mean, I like education is definitely. I didn't know the history
Um,
something, but I definitely know that education is like a huge thing in China. Like, if you can
mhm.
do well in school, then like you're basically set. Like, you know what I mean? Like hard work, and like I
we've
guess. Hmm?
we've had hundreds to thousands of years of history in education or whatever. It's part of our culture. So like
Yeah, that's
stereotypes
true.
aside, it's kind of
But
true.
here's the thing, like
Mhm.
you're only hardworking in the subjects that you find more interesting. So like
Yeah, I agree.
pretend say
Mhm.
like you hate math and you feel horrible doing it, you don't feel motivated to do it. Like you just naturally not be hardworking in that subject area. So like in a certain way, in a weird way, we're actually like by being more productive in the things that we're interested in, we are technically leading ourselves and letting our personalities find out what we're gonna do. If
I
that
mean,
makes any
yeah,
sense.
kind of.
Our
Yeah.
personalities change and our interests change. You never know.
Well,
When I
like
was when
like
we were
this.
little, did we like not all want to be like epic Minecraft YouTubers? No,
I think
was it
that's
just
just you
me?
something.
I think that's just you.
What?
I
I
did
want
have
to
like
be
some
like
like
Sorry,
unattainable
Sanjay.
dream though.
What is it?
Oh, I used to be like I used to wanted to be an astronaut, but then you know, looking at the statistics and stuff like that, it's kind of like impossible. So yeah,
wait, you never know. Dreams can come true with Elon Musk and everything. A
it's
ride to Mars
okay.
makes you an
Okay,
astronaut.
so apparently only a little over 100 people have been in space. So you're in good chances, Amy.
What? Don't you mean the
Well,
opposite? Only a
That's-
hundred people has been to space, Jackie.
in the
Yeah, okay.
yeah,
1500s, wasn't like that same statistic true about the quote unquote new world? And then like in a course of like a few decades, it became thousands and tens of
Decades, something.
thousands.
Decades.
Yes, you don't think you're gonna live for a few more decades?
I mean, I feel like a few more decades, I'm gonna feel like 70 years old and I can't go to space.
Why can't you?
I'm 70.
Why
What?
can't you go to space? You
I,
can ride an
why
some,
can't
some,
airplane.
you?
Who knows? Are you doubting Elon Musk's abilities?
I'm
Like
doubting my own ability, so I'm gonna be 70. Okay. No, but for real though,
Okay,
you know?
so in addition to interests determining what we're gonna do, like what other factors come into play? So like maybe money, your salary,
Yeah.
your happiness, and also like how you're gonna make your family feel. So like do any of those factors, like in addition to your interests, impact what you're gonna do?
I feel like us in the Western world, unpopular opinion, but like for us, um, money in any of the jobs, any of the skilled jobs, is like way higher than the global average. I saw a statistic. It's like if you make 15, it was either 15 or 35,000 a year. You're part of the global 1% or something. It's like shocking fact. In the Western world, yeah, a teacher makes
Wait,
80
wait,
to 100,000.
Yeah,
wait.
that's
Wait,
true.
what were the salary stats? Like,
It was like I forget. It's like no, it was really low. I remember it was 15 or 35,000.
oh
It
wow.
was it ended in 5,000 and you'd be in the global 1%. Like what? So in
And
the
I've
Western world,
also I've also read this article that mentioned how doctors in Cuba actually make less
oh
money than taxi drivers.
yeah,
And
yeah,
this is because of
communism.
like the communists, yeah.
Yeah.
So like yeah, it does depend quite greatly on where you live. So I'm sorry for all you international listeners.
That's actually, yeah, that's surprising. Actually, I didn't know that. I mean, it's not like unexpected, but still like surprising. You know, I feel like
Communism.
even with like this global 1% thing, um, I still kind of expect myself to get like a really good high paying job. You know what I mean? Because like I guess it's just like when I look at like salaries and stuff like that, I don't really like compare it to like the global wage. I compare it to like the our national or like even local perhaps. I don't know. So like yeah, even though like if I earn like over was it like 10, 15,000, I'm already like in the
Don't
1%.
quote
I
me.
feel
Don't
like
quote me. Don't
okay,
quote
I'm
me.
okay, but like I know what you mean. Like even if I get like a low wage, come like I feel like yeah, I don't know. I feel like I want a higher wage even though I'm already in the 1%.
Well, then what number do you have in mind?
I don't have any in
Approximately.
mind, but like I just want enough money so like I won't be like I don't know starving every night I go to bed, you know?
Well, there are people living on less than 15,000 and they are not quote unquote starving.
Okay,
So
Sasha, I'm just I don't know. I feel like in my I don't know personally, I'm quite like the one thing I'm actually concerned about is like money for some reason. I don't know, but like that's like the thing I'm concerned about, like not having enough money to like live a fulfilling life, if that makes sense. I'm
and
not
Yeah.
then
sure.
you see all those quote unquote gurus who are like invest in forex or something,
Or
and
invest in
you'll
stocks.
yes, foreign exchange or something like that, and you can be financially free. Yeah,
Yeah, I would say that money, like it does have a really big impact on what I'm gonna do because basically like it dictates your social status, your wealth status, like basically how you're gonna live for the rest of your life. So like in
Hmm.
addition to following your interests, the amount of money that you're gonna make from it, it's also gonna dictate how you're gonna live the rest of your life. So yeah, so like money, it does play a really big role.
Jackie,
At
do you
least in
have
my
a number
opinion.
in mind? Do you have a
A
number in
number in
mind?
mind? Let's call that infinity.
Okay, okay,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
Elon Musk better watch out. Bill Gates better watch out. They all better watch out. Uh,
Oh, I'm just curious, but like, what's like the average in Canada? I guess.
It's
Like,
like
Canada.
55,000 for a single
wow.
family
No,
house.
it's is
Oh
it?
no,
It,
no, like person,
it
not
must be a
family.
lot higher.
Really?
I thought no,
Do you think it's
I
higher?
remember it was 80,000. Was it not?
That's
I
probably
was told.
like a household, like with a wife and a husband. Let me search that up actually.
I don't know. I don't know. I thought it was 80,000. It was 80 something. I remember it was like yeah, it was around 80,000. I don't think it's 50,000.
Okay, the average for full-time employees in Canada
Mhm.
is $54,000 per year.
Hmm.
Okay, I was
54,000.
wrong.
And that's a single person family house.
Oh,
But then
Okay.
again, it varies differ by like where you live because in Toronto it's like probably a couple of times more
oh my
expensive
gosh.
than if you were to live in Nova Scotia.
You know downtown the downtown spaces they were so expensive. The downtown condos, oh my gosh. It was actually like amazingly expensive. I think there was one that was worth $1 million. and it was like a tiny cramped one with like 2 rooms and one. No, it was 2 washrooms, 2 small washrooms, and 2 rooms. I'm like, what?
There's an
Really?
attic. There's an attic in New York City. An attic that's going for around, like in the hub of New York City. An attic that's going for 20 million.
Bro.
An attic.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's impressive.
Did someone end
Anyways.
up buying an attic? No, but if you buy an attic, to get to the attic, wouldn't you have to trespass?
So I was like, what are you talking about?
Like in an attic, right?
Oh yeah, I know.
If it's just an attic, to get there, like do they like enter from the top of the attic, like through the chimney, like Santa Claus?
Yeah.
What? And like, no, the attic doesn't have an opening for a chimney. It's like,
So now I know, you guys, if you guys ever find yourself deciding between a high-paying job and a low-paying job, money really matters.
Okay, with that
Yeah.
said, I have another question. So do you think, okay, so we established that matter and happiness is like important for choosing a job, right? So which would you say is like more important? Like would you choose a job that like has a high pay, but like you don't enjoy it, or the other way around?
That's really tough. Like usually, like I try to find a balance between the two because
Mhm.
like you know how they always say that money doesn't dictate happiness, but like everyone knows that you can't be happy without money, okay? Everyone knows that. It's like you got to find the right balance between the two. So I guess it really depends.
Okay, yeah, that's reasonable. But like, you know, it's okay. We don't have to like go into these hypotheticals. But yeah, I guess that's like what everyone wants to do, right? But like, it's kind of hard to like, I don't know. I feel like it's pretty difficult to like find a job that you really enjoy that also has like high pay. Okay, well, maybe not in your case, because like, you know, the medicine field is pretty good. Like usually, perhaps.
usually, unless you go to Cuba.
Usually.
What about you, Sante?
What about me, Amy?
I asked the question. It's just like, which one would you rather? Like, is it just
Yes, I agree. There needs to be a balance, right? It's like, what's it called? The idea is that money is supposed to represent value that you contribute to a society. For me, I feel like, okay, I don't know where I'm going with this, but like the idea is like money represents value, the value that you've given to society, and therefore it's the amount of value others in the society would owe to you. And I really like the idea of me being owed a vacation every week.
Yeah,
So
I get
like,
what you're saying because like the more money that you're actually making, the more that you're actually supporting your local community because like you're paying higher taxes, right? So like
perhaps.
in a way, by making more money, you're actually supporting more people, supporting your local community, and therefore making others happy due to public goods.
that's I've never really looked at it like that.
So yeah, that's a way to justify why money can make you happy.
I see. I've never really thought about it like that. I guess I'm pretty selfish. I just think about how like I can benefit from the money. I'm not gonna lie. Like I've never really considered how like me working can actually impact the society in a good or bad way. So I don't think people really usually think. Yeah.
You should become a businessman, no? Or a businesswoman.
Are you insulting me?
What?
You just insulted all this
Yeah, Scienting. What if Amy becomes the next astrophysicist to detect a meteorite that's about to strike Earth anytime soon? And she saves the whole entire and she's shut up, Scienting. And she's gonna save
Okay, I understand your hypothetical, but what if Amy was to be the next Elon Musk or the next Jeff Bezos, and by you asking her to become a astrophysicist, something that she thinks she won't be able to become, then you have just denied the world another $1 trillion company.
Okay, calm down. Okay, stop with these if questions.
Hey, you started it.
Okay. Let's this down.
Okay. Well, another thing. So you know how like usually to like become like to I guess go into a job, you need like experience and stuff like that. Maybe not experience, but like have you like actually like talked to people who's like in these fields, you know, like for like insight and stuff like that? Because I feel like that's pretty important. Like we've never really experienced their jobs ourselves, So like we kind of need like insight from someone else, like someone else's experience.
Yes. I remember a long time ago, in a lifetime, long ago, wait, I messed that up so hard. I wanted to be, I wanted to do something that was related to the humanities. So then
Okay.
I talked to one of the, someone who was in the humanities, and their response was, "You are not fit to be a lawyer." And I'm just like, okay, my dreams have been crushed. No, but now thinking back to it, that was wise advice. Like, I cannot compete. I
What kind
cannot
of a
compete.
person is that?
The man was a lawyer, and the man was like, no, go back to the sciences.
Wait, what was like his reasoning though? Was he just like he just looked at you and be like, "You're not fit, get out"?
I don't know what his reasoning, but he was just like, oh, is your personality's not right. Like,
Okay, but anyways,
I'm
this
a
was
law.
just a minor issue that Songting encountered. But personally, for
I don't know if
me,
he was joking. Like, hopefully, I don't even know. I
hopefully he
took his
was.
advice though.
I know it's gonna
That
impact the
and
rest of your life.
that landed me in HL math.
We're all in HL math. It's okay, Sante. It's all good. Okay, Jackie, what were you saying?
Personally, like I am talking to people who are in the field that I'm just trying to go into because like I feel like their expertise makes up around like half of my decisions. Because like I've never because like I've never experienced what it's like to be in the medicine field. Like all the information that I've known is based on Google. Like what if Google is lying to me, right? So I need that extra first-hand experience. So yeah, so talking to people who are in the same subject field as you are, that's a good way to, I guess, determine whether or not you're actually fit for the job.
Oh, and did it like help? Did it like I don't know help you like? Did it solidify your like decision into like going to the field?
It just boosted my confidence. That's all.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Huh. Usually, like when I hear people talking about the engineer field, it kind of like makes my like confidence go down because like they talk about how like it's so difficult. I'm just like, oh my gosh, you know? Like I get stressed when they like start talking about how like they like there's so much to do and stuff like that.
Med students, I think we had a class of I think it was either biology or econ. After our first test, everyone decided that they weren't fit for med. They were like, we're all going to gender studies. We could go together. Jackie's laughing because we're both in that chat.
I might not even get into gender studies.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm sure you
a
guys will
big
do
sad-
fine.
No, they won't like my personality. They'll be like, no, you're just not fit for the job.
Okay. Okay. Anyways, so like, do you guys have universities in mind, programs, stuff like that?
Well,
Have you guys thought
I
that
think
far apart?
for the med pathway, there's only like not one, but like there's one university that everyone dreams about going to,
McMaster,
and
right?
that is exactly McMaster Health. But it's like a 10% acceptance
I know, it's like
acceptance rate.
it's actually just the Ivy schools of Canada.
Exactly. I'm looking for like groups of 10 people. I'm like, am I the top one here? And I have to get a group of like 50 people before I'm like, I'm not last.
He gets a group of 10-year-olds.
They're still better than me.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I've been hearing some good things about York University because of the better
High
acceptance
GPAs
rate. Yeah.
and high GPAs.
Equals better chance of getting to medical school. So yeah.
Oh, did you know that the medical school, like the amount of applicants who are accepted is like 40%, like 40% of people who apply get into med school. I was actually so surprised. There's like each med school has like a 10% acceptance rate or less, right? But then they apply to like 15 to 20 med schools. I just hope for the best.
I know, I've never really thought about like my second pathway option if it doesn't go through, you know? Like,
Yeah,
what's your
neither have I.
backup? You know, like, am I going to become a biology teacher? You know?
I mean, I feel like you always do that though. Like, I'm not even joking, but I consider that to be like my last resort, to be honest.
Just teach.
But yeah, just teach. I feel like if you can't get like the degree, you can always just teach people, right?
Well,
Hopefully.
okay, that's the thing is we're putting teaching as like our backup option. You know, there are some people who are putting teaching as their first option.
Yeah. No.
Oof. Okay, I'm not
To
gonna
point
lie.
them out.
It's not like
It's not
teaching's bad,
bad.
okay? Yeah, it's not
No,
bad.
it's
It's
just-
just I don't
teaching's not
enjoy
bad.
it. Yeah, it's so much work, like papers and
Check.
everything, tests.
Oh,
Oh my
you're
God.
flaming Leanna when she's not even here.
Okay.
No, but like
She'll see this soon. It's fine.
no, but teaching is like no, there are different types of teachers, and like depending on your style, you can have different amounts of workload like put on yourself. You know those teachers who are like, there's a textbook, read this page,
Read it.
do that question.
I know.
Test is next week.
In summer school, that's exactly what happened. Like he was like, read chapters 1 to chapters 3 and do all the homework. See you guys on the test day.
It's like whoa. No, but ironically, I like those. Like I like those teachers more. As long as like what's on the test is actually in the textbook. I actually like those teachers more. Was like you study on your own. I find the
Really?
teachers, most of the teachers in our school, I feel like they talk way too slow.
They talk too slow.
They talk too slow. And
I
like
find
some
yeah.
teachers, no, like some teachers, they would put recordings of their videos, and I will watch at 3 times speed.
At 3 times the speed. Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah, okay, true.
We're being efficient.
Efficient.
I just find it hard to concentrate when I'm reading by myself. I don't know. It's like I mean,
Yeah.
it's not that I find
What?
it easy to concentrate when
Hold on.
teachers talk.
So when teachers talk, it's easier for you to read?
No, it's easier for like me to hear them. Like I'm hearing them, so it's like I can
Well,
do
I
something else and I'm still listening to them, you know. But I can't be
I like
reading
to-
and like gaming. Wait, no, I didn't just say that.
Reading and game, but don't
I think
expose
you're-
yourself too much.
I think you're exposing something.
It's okay. It's all
Do you
good.
want to expand?
No, it's fine. But I'm just
What
saying, it's
about
like
gaming?
it's like it doesn't require like as much concentration as it does. Wait, listening to people is like easier to like just. It's easier to listen to people. That's what I mean, you know. Like I could be
What
doing my own stuff, but like my ears can. Oh my gosh, I can hear them
me,
talk.
That doesn't
Yes.
work. That doesn't
Oh.
work. I love to read. Like I would read the textbook and then like I understand everything. But
I
then if-
especially
if-
hate reading textbooks.
Songting. I like reading your mind.
Oh no. Jackie, get out of there.
Wait. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, that's me though. I don't know. I don't find like teachers teaching to be too slow or anything. It's just. I don't know.
It's so slow.
I can't explain it. Like lessons, you don't like them. Like when teachers talk.
It's like no, it's not that I don't like them. Like they're okay. I just like it more when I'm reading the textbook or if I'm watching at 3 times speed.
Okay. Okay, you said that like teachers like talk too slow. What do you mean? Like they don't like give you like their information, like I don't know, they're talking too slow, like literally, or like the information they're giving you, they're like I don't know how to explain it. But,
Both.
like
Like if they talk too slow, the information that they give is very slow as well.
like
So it's
do you
just-
want them to literally talk faster?
Yes, like sumalama dumalama you assume I'm a human.
Okay, that's interesting.
They'd
Yeah,
be
okay.
Rap god.
Yeah, they'd be
Rap god.
rappers. They'd be rappers, not teachers.
It's like Lil Gwali.
Yeah, well,
No, I might have to censor
Or
that.
big Gwali. Why?
Sally,
It's
what do
only
you
people from our school. Okay.
This is
Who's
gonna get
Gwelly?
copied.
No, he's legit. No,
This
he's
is
a
gonna
really
get
good teacher.
copyrighted.
But like,
Hometown
I just
something.
like going quick. Oh no, the artists, the big artists are coming after us.
bruh. Okay, well, the table has talked too much today. Thanks for tuning in and see you guys next week. Next week on the next episode of the Talking Table podcast. Bye guys.